update. Hey, how's it going? So good to see you. Welcome back to this channel. Glad you are hanging out with us here. I'm your host, Jose Maria Garrido, and we've got a load of stuff lined up for you all in this section. News, Liga MX news for today, updates on Mexican football, and of course, it should be noted that in this video, there are updates on Atlas FC, news about the Red and Blacks of Atlas, stuff related to the Red and Blacks of Atlas, which unfortunately just seems to be one bad piece of news after another, right? After what happened over the weekend in the massive beatdown from Guadalajara, the Atlas squad was completely outplayed. Benjamin Mora's team really suffered. They went from being one of the best defenses in Mexican football to becoming a team that in just 2 games gave up 7 goals, which is pretty harsh and something that the Red and Blacks will need to work hard to bounce back from. But that's not all. The even worse situation, and something that is going to be really tough to recover from, is the injury to Brian Lozano, who, as we know, suffered a severe knee injury to one of his knees during the match between Chivas and his own team that was played last Saturday at Akron Stadium. It was an unfortunate play where Lozano, who was just returning from a muscle injury that had sidelined him for the last month, had just entered in the second half and didn't last very long on the field. In a play where Lozano goes for the ball, slides, and during the slide, as you all saw in the clip, he got injured all by himself. Immediately his teammates, as well as players from the opposing side, came over to see what was going on, their hands clutched over their heads. A kneecap injury that needed to be operated on, which has already happened, and although Atlas hasn't made it official, this injury will keep Brian Lozano off the field for 6 to 8 months. Yes, Brian the Egg Lozano will be out of action for 6 to 8 months, meaning he'll miss everything left of 2023 and half of 2024. In other words, he'd return for the preseason of the opening 2024. A terrible update, so unfortunate, so devastating for a player who really changes the game and brings something extra to the team when it's needed most. At the moment, Lozano had become a key player on the team. He is currently nominated for the Puskás Award given by FIFA for one of the best goals in the world this year, that he scored against America's Eagles. Despite the team experiencing a roller coaster of ups and downs, one moment they're receiving good news and then they suffer this kind of loss, which obviously hits Lozano, Atlas, his family, and Mexican football hard. Right now, the most important thing is that the player is okay, that he's able to recover from this challenging episode. And it's clear that, above all else, always, the player's health comes first. It's such a bummer to hear about Brian Lozano's injury. He won't be playing with the Red and Blacks, that's a given. At least not till the end of this tournament, and likely not the next one either. Remember Oscar, the Argentinian goalie who also injured his kneecap and hurt himself just like Lozano did? Are these kinds of injuries just a run of bad luck? Should we ask the real experts why these things happen? What could cause a player to hurt themselves like that? I don't know. Could it have had anything to do with the field conditions? It was really wet, and when he fell, something must have gone wrong. I don't know. It's all speculation, and without a medical grounding or knowing the full story, there's not much we can say about an injury like this one. That's why, as I said, the most important thing right now, instead of trying to figure out the whys and wherefores, the most crucial thing is that Brian Lozano gets back on his feet as soon as possible and most importantly recovers his health. News about Liga MX today here on this channel. Thanks as always for sticking with us and spending some time here. If you liked what you saw, hit that like button, leave some comments, and subscribe to this channel. Help us keep growing and bringing you more stuff like this. Sending good vibes to all you.